Hello students, good morning everybody. Okay, today we will discuss about the concept of limit by sequence of diagrams. Understood? Okay, so let's go to discuss about the concept of limit by sequence of the diagrams. Okay, let's see. Here some diagrams are given. Okay, here are the circles with radii r. Radius is denoted by r, and different inscribed regular polygons. In this circle, inside the circle, triangle. Now, inside this circle, what? Rectangle. Now pentagon, then decagon. Understood? Are clear? So here are the circles with radii r and different inscribed regular polygons. Understood? Polygon. Polygon means a geometrical figure having more than three or more than three sides. Understood? Polygon means a geometrical plane figure having three or more than three sides. Understood? Okay. Now, from the figure, as we increase, yes, let's see. Figure number 1. In the figure number 1, how many number of side here? Number of side equal to 3. Now in this figure, number of side n equal to 4. It is first term. T1 represent first term, n equal to 3 represent number of side. In this figure, T2 represent second term. Then n equal to 4 represents what? Number of sides. Same way, T3 represent what? Third term. Then number of term, n equal to 5 represents number of terms. After that, it means after third term, what? 10th term. Understood? Are you clear? So in the 10th term, number of side equal to 10. Understood? Then infinite. Are you clear? So from the figure, as we increase the number of sides of the polygon, understood? The difference, difference gap, difference gap or shaded portion represent what? Gap. So the difference between polygon and the circle decreases. Understood? Are you clear? When or as we increase number of sides of the polygon, the difference between polygon and the circle, or the difference or the gap, yes, we can also say the gap between polygon and the circle decrease. In which condition? When we increase number of sides of the polygon. Understood? Okay. Then the difference between area of circle and the area of polygon is in decrease order. In this figure, area of shaded portion means area of gaps, or that means the difference of area of circle and area of polygon. Understood? So in this or in this figure, understood, the difference between area of circle and the area of polygon is in decreasing order. Understood? Are you clear? So taking the number of sides of the polygon, yes, sufficiently large, we can make the difference between the areas of polygon and circle sufficiently small. Understood? Are you clear? If the number of sides of the polygon approach or the number of sides of the polygon approaches infinity, then the polygon almost what covers the whole circle. Let's see here. Are you clear? हामीले यो पोलिगन को नंबर अफ साइड इन्फिनिटली बढायो भने यसमै हेरौं 3 साइड्स हुँदाखेरि यो हाम्रो ग्याप और एरिया अफ साइडेड पर्सन धेरै छ, यो भन्दा यसमा कम छ, यो भन्दा यसमा कम छ। हाउ जब हामीले नंबर अफ साइड इन्क्रिज गर्यौं अनि हाम्रो यो साइडेड पर्सन और ग्याप्स को के भयो एरिया डिक्रीज हुँदै गयो हैन। नंबर अफ साइड बढ्दै गयो, ग्याप्स को एरिया घट्दै गयो, डिक्रीज हुँदै गयो। हाम्रो यसमै हेर्ने भनेपछि 10 वटा साइड यहाँ हामीले लिँदाखेरि यहाँ लगभग हाम्रो लाग्छ कि सर्कलै बनिसक्यो पोलिगन भनेपछि। हामी यही प्रोसेस इन्फिनिटली लग्यो भने हाम्रो ग्याप्स देखिँदैन, जीरो ठ्याक्कै सर्कल जतिकै त हुँदैन, एक्ज्याक्ट पोइन्टले डिफरेन्ट हुन्छ तर सर्कललाई कभर गरे जस्तो हुन्छ। Understood? Are you clear? If number of sides of the polygon approaches infinitely, then the polygon almost covers the whole circle. That means the area of the area of polygon approaches to the area of circle. So that means our the what area of gaps. Area of gap approaches to 0. Understood? In that condition, area of gap, approaches to 0. Or it means what? The area of gap or the limit area of gap is 0. Or the limit area of gap is tends to 0. We can say. Understood? Understood? Are you clear? Okay. Suppose we have a square. Yes. Okay, suppose we have a square, a square, a rectangle having all sides equal is called a square. Understood? Suppose we have a square. Now, taking midpoint of all sides. So, let's see here. It is the midpoint of this side. Now, it is the midpoint of this side. The next, it is also midpoint. it is also midpoint. Now joining the all midpoints, then form a new square. Understood? Suppose the length of big square 20 cm. Understood? Are you clear? Suppose the length of big square is 20 cm. Then joining the midpoint of all sides of the given square, then form the new circle. New square. Okay, then again find out the midpoint of the new square. Okay, repeat the same process. Now, how many squares in this figure? 1, 2, 3. Yes? Okay, then again, same process. Okay, we can again now can you find the length of the second square? Can you find? Not? I think you can find. How? You know, it is right angle triangle. Understood? This angle of 90 degree, this angle is right angle. Okay, so it is what? Right angle triangle. Suppose the length of first square is 20 cm, so we can write L1 equal to 20 cm. Now, the length of first square. Understood? The length of first square or big square B, L1 equal to 20 cm. Now we have to find what? The length of second square. Understood? So length of second square L2. How to find the length of second square? You know, this is what? Length or side of the second square. So we can find by using Pythagoras theorem. You know, this point is the midpoint of whole side. So now its length will be 10 cm. You know, 10 cm. Now we can find using Pythagoras theorem the side opposite to right angle is called hypotenuse. So you know, hypotenuse equal to root under b square plus b square. So we can find now 10 square, then also 10 square. Then we get 10 square plus 10 square. You know, 100 plus 100. Then we get how much? 200. Understood? Then 10 root 2 cm. Understood? Okay, L2 or length of the second square, what? L2 equal to 10 root 2 cm. So again we can find what? The length of the third square. Yes? What? L3. Yes? Now L3. Okay, this is the side of the what? Third square. Now its length half of the whole. You know, so whole length is here 10 root 2. So half of the 10 root 2 equal to 5 root 2. Yes, it is also 5 root 2. Now, by using Pythagoras theorem, root under 5 root 2 whole square plus 5 root 2 whole square. Then we get, you know, 25 to the 50. Yes, 25 to the 50. Then again 5 square means 25. Then root 2 square 2. So 25 to the here also 50. Now root under 100. Then we get 10 cm. Yes. So L3 or length of the third square is 10 cm. Okay, again we can find the length of length of the fourth. So L4. Now half of, so 5 squared plus 5 squared, then we get 25 plus again 25. Now root under 50. After that 5 root 2 cm. Okay, let's see. Are you clear? Suppose each side of a big square is 20 cm. The second square, the second square is inscribed by joining the midpoint. All points are the midpoint of the first square or of the big square. Understood? Are you clear? So each side of big square is here 20 cm. Then the second square is inscribed by joining the midpoint of the side successively. Understood? In the second square, we repeat the process inscribing the third square. Understood? Are you clear? Have you any doubt? I think you have no doubts. Now, from the figure, let's see the length of big square or first square here, 20 cm. Then after that, length of the second square, L2, here 10 root 2 cm. Then after that, the length of third square, L3 equal to 10 cm. Are you clear? Then L4 or length of the fourth square, 5 root 2 cm. Yes? Are you clear? So from the figure we can conclude that the length, area and perimeter are in decreasing order. Okay. At first, from the figure we concluded that the length of a square, the length of a square decreasing order. Yes, length of a square is in decreasing order. Let's see the length of first figure or first square here 20 cm. After that, the length of second square 10 root 2 cm only. Then length of third 10 cm only. So are you clear? The length of a square is in decreasing order. बुझ्नुभयो? It means what? हामीले यही प्रोसेस कन्टिन्यू गर्दै गयो भने जुन हाम्रो नयाँ फिगर और नयाँ स्क्वायर बन्छ तिनीहरुको लेन्थ डिक्रिज हुँदै गइरहेछ. फर्स्ट को थियो 20 cm, सेकेन्ड को 10 root 2, 10 root 2, then third 10 cm only, after that or fourth 5 root 2 cm. यसबाट हामीले के बुझ्यौं? लेन्थ डिक्रिज हुँदै गयो भने देयर perimeters or areas are also what? Areas and perimeter are also in decreasing order. तिनीहरुको एरिया लेन्थ अफ फिगर is in decreasing, you know, so their areas and perimeter also will be decreased. Yes, you know, भनेपछि तिनीहरूको लेन्थै डिक्रिज हुँदै गइरहेछ भनेपछि तिनीहरूको एरिया अनि पेरिमिटर सबै के हुन्छ त डिक्रिज हुँदै जान्छ. आर यु क्लियर? सो यु नो द लेन्थ इज डिक्रिज बाई 1/√2 in each stage. Yes, let's see here, or we can find L2 divide L1. Here, let's see L2. How much? 10√2. So 10√2 divide L1 20. Yes, 20. 0 0 cancel. Understood? You know, 2 means double root 2. We can write root under 2. Now 2 means root 2 into root 2. We can write 2 means root under 2 into root under 2. So root 2 cancel, 1 upon root under 2. L2 upon L1. Okay, again L3 upon, okay, your first stage. In this first stage. Then in second, L3 divide L2. Okay, L3 10. So 10 upon L2. Yes, 10√2. 10√2. 10 cancel, 1 upon root 2. Then again third. Yes, L4 upon L3. L4 5√2. 5√2 divide 10. Yes, 10. So 5 2s are. Now you know 2 means double root 2. So 1 root 2 cancel. Now 1 upon root 2. Okay, let's see here. In each stage 1 upon root 2. Here also 1 upon root 2. Now third also 1 upon root 2. So you know the length is decreased by 1 upon root 2. You know, length is decreased by 1 upon root 2 in each stage. So the area is decreased by 1 upon 2 in each stage. Are you clear? So the area is decreased by 1 upon 2 in each stage. Then the perimeter is decreased by 1 upon root 2 in each stage. Are you clear? Have you any doubts? I think you have no doubts. The perimeter is decreased by 1 upon root 2 in each stage. So let us continue the process after what? After infinite number of steps, we can say that length of a square so form what? Approaches to 0. Are you clear? Understood? You know, let us continue the process after what? Infinite number of steps. Infinite number of steps. Then we can say that the length of a square so formed, the length of a square so formed approaches to 0. You know, that means, or it means what? The limit length, or the limit length of the square will be 0, or the limit length of the square tends to 0. Understood? Are you clear? the limit of length of the square is 0. So the limit of area of the square is also tends to 0. Then perimeter of the square, is also tends to 0. So we can say here, it means इसको बनाए के भयो भनेपछि यसको हाम्रो लेन्थको लिमिट लेन्थ के हुन जान्छ 0. यस्तै कन्टिन्यू हामी गर्दै गएपछि फिगर कस्तो बन्छ त यहाँ हेर्नु त. यस्तै कन्टिन्यू प्रोसेस गर्दै गएपछि ल भनेपछि हाम्रो फिगर ल अब देखिदैन पनि. भनेपछि एक्ज्याक्टली 0 त हुँदैन, एप्रोच 0 हुन्छ लेन्थ अफ स्क्वायर. भनेपछि लेन्थ अफ स्क्वायर एप्रोच के हुन जान्छ 0. भनेपछि एरिया पनि एप्रोच 0 हुन्छ, पेरिमिटर पनि एप्रोच 0 हुन्छ. इट मीन्स द लिमिट लेन्थ इज 0. Understood? Now the limit area is also 0. In which condition? When the length is decreased. र कुनै हामी एउटा फिगरको इनसाइड, जस्तै यो हामीले बिग सर्कल स्क्वायर भित्र हामी त्यसको मिड पोइन्ट जोइनिङ गर्दा नयाँ फिगर हामी बनाउँदै गऱ्यौँ. यस्तो कन्डिसनमा, यस्तो कन्सेप्टमा हामीले के पाउँछौँ भनेपछि लेन्थ डिक्रिज भएपछि त्यसको हाम्रो लिमिट लेन्थ के हुन जान्छ 0. अनि लिमिट एरिया इज अल्सो 0, लिमिट पेरिमिटर इज अल्सो 0. यस्तो प्रोसेस हामी यस्तो स्क्वायर हामी कतिवटा बनाउन सक्छौँ यो भित्र? इन्फिनिट नम्बर अफ स्क्वायर. क्यान यु गेस? यस, हाउ मेनी स्क्वायर in this process, how many square can be drawn inside the given square or inside the big square? Infinite, yes, infinite square can be drawn. Understood? Its answer. Are you clear? Okay, suppose हामीसँग एउटा पेपर छ, यस्तो पेपर है ल. अब यो पेपरलाई हामी ठ्याक्कै मिड पोइन्टबाट हामी काट्दियौँ. मिड पोइन्टबाट हामीले काट्दाखेरि कस्तो पेपर बन्छ? अब यहाँ हाफ गरिदिएपछि यस्तो बन्छ हैन. भनेपछि फेरि हामी यसको मिड पोइन्टबाट काट्दियौँ भने अब कस्तो बन्यो? फेरि त्यसको हामी यहाँ हाफबाट काट्दियौँ भने कस्तो बन्छ? फेरि हाफबाट हामीले यसरी काट्दियौँ भने सेम प्रोसेस यस्तै गर्यो भने हामीसँग पेपरको एरिया कति रहन्छ? कति पेपर बाँकी रहन्छ? केही न केही त बाँकी रहन्छ नि. हाफ काट्दै हटाउँदै गरेपछि केही न केही पेपर त बाँकी रहन्छ. कति पेपर बाँकी रहन्छ? त्यसको एरिया कति हुन्छ? 0 हुन्छ. एप्रोच 0, लिमिट एक्ज्याक्ट 0 भन्न हामी सक्दैन हैन. द लिमिट एरिया इज 0. द लिमिट एरिया इज 0 in this condition. Understood? Okay, let's see here. Football or volleyball. Yes, football. Yes, a football is dropped here. Okay, here a football. Now, okay, here football. Yes, its height suppose 64 feet. Understood? Now, a football is dropped from a height of 64 feet. Understood? Then, okay, here drop. So again rebound. Yes. Understood? Then again drop here. Then again rebound. Yes. You know, a football is dropped from a height of 64 feet. Yes. Then football what? Rebound. Yes, will be rebound. So in each rebound it rises to a height of which is 3/4. Yes, 3/4 means 3/4. Understood? In each rebound it rises to a height which is what? 3/4 of the height. It means what? What is now its height? 3/4 of 64. Okay, we can find the height of first rebound. 3/4 of height. You know height 64. So 3/4 of 64. What? 4 16 16 3 48 feet. Yes, 48 feet. Understood? Now in this rebound, how? 3/4 of 48. Yes, 48. You know, 12 for that. 12 3 36 feet. Okay, again. Yes. Now height 3/4 of 36. So 4 9 9 3 27 feet. Understood? यस्तै हाम्रो सधैं भइरह्यो भने हामीले यहाँको हाइट निकाल्दा के हुन्छ त? यहाँ आएपछि हाइट के हुन जान्छ? 0 हुन्छ. So what is the limit height? You know, can you say the limit height in this process? You know, the limit height of the football is what? 0. Understood? You know, the height of the football approaches to 0. Understood? सधैँ उफ्रेको उफ्रै त रहँदैन माथि. भनेपछि यसको हाइट के हुन जान्छ? लिमिट 0 हुन्छ. So we can say the limit height of the football what? 0. यदि तपाईलाई यहाँ भनिन्छ के रे फोर्थ अथवा हामीलाई फोर्थ सम्म दिएको छ 10th रिबाउन्ड को हाइट निकाल्न भनेपछि यसको मिनिङ भयो T10. T10 हामीले निकाल्नु पर्यो. त्यो भन्दा पहिला हामीलाई Tn थाहा हुनु पर्यो. हामीसँग यो जुन छ कन्डिसन सेम टाइम्सले यो के हुन्छ रिबाउन्ड भइरहेको छ भने यस्तो कन्डिसनमा सेम टाइम्समा यदि यस्तो कुरा हुन्छ नि त्यतिखेरको जुन हाम्रो यो टाइम्स दिएको हुन्छ त्यसलाई हामी r भनेर डिनोटेट गर्न सक्छौं. r भनेको कमन रेशियो हो. अनि फर्स्ट टर्म भनेर जुन स्टार्टिङ हाइट दिएको हुन्छ त्यसलाई हामी फर्स्ट टर्म भन्न सक्छौं. स्टार्टिङ हाइट हाम्रो के छ 64. त्यसलाई हामी फर्स्ट टर्म भन्न सक्छौं र यसको फर्मुला हुन जान्छ के Tn equal to ar to the power n minus 1 हुन्छ. जुन फर्स्ट को हाइट हुन्छ त्यसलाई हामी a भन्छौं अनि कति टाइम्सले त्यो रिबाउन्ड भइरहेछ अथवा कति टाइम्सले इन्क्रिज अर डिक्रिज भइरहेछ त्यसलाई हामी के भन्छौं r. सेम टाइम्सले इन्क्रिज अर डिक्रिज छ भने त्यसलाई r भन्छौं. भनेपछि कमन रेशियो. ल अनि Tn को हाम्रो फर्मुला हुन्छ यस्तो कन्डिसनको Tn को फर्मुला हुन्छ हाम्रो Tn equal to ar to the power n minus 1. अब हामीलाई भन्छ T10 फाइन्ड गर्न. That means you know find the height of 10th rebound. So we can find by using this formula. You know Tn equal to ar to the power n minus 1. Therefore T10 equal to a. You know a 64 into okay, then r 3 upon 4th, yes, 3 upon 4th, 1 to the power 10 minus 1, then 64 into 3 upon 4 all to the power 9. Understood? Then 64 into 3 upon 4 all to the power 10 minus 1, we get 3 upon 4 all to the power 9. Now 64 into, what is the power of, or the power, what is the value of the power of 3? 9. Okay, so let's see by calculation. Power of 3, 9, yes, we get 19,683 divide, yes, now 4 to the power 9, we get 26 or 2,62,144. Then divide, yes, then divide what? 64. We get 4,000. We get 4,096 feet. This much. This much. The height of 10th ribbon of the football. The height of the football at the 10th ribbon is 19,683 upon 4,096 feet. Understood? Are you clear? Okay, this much for today. Thank you. Bye bye.